Treasury rolls out residential real estate transparency. Okay, we'll talk about that in a few minutes, but let's talk also about Willow, Glen Home of the Week, Luxury Home of the Week, and the 12 County Bay Area statistics. Let's get moving. Last week, I was up in Washington with my aunt. My uncle passed away, so I tried to get some stuff out, but it just didn't work out that well. I did one video, but yeah, it just didn't work out. So it was easier for me not to do it. And I'm sure you miss me. Let's do the Willow Glen Home of the Week. And the reason why I picked this is simply because it's close to Lincoln Ave. This is not my listing. It's 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,500 square feet, 7,500 square foot lot, built in 1947. It's been on market 32 days, guys. And look, I mean, the whole reason why I'm picking this is simply because, yeah, there we go. Because it's so close to downtown Lincoln Ave. You can walk there and stumble home. So, I mean, what a better place to go, right? Now let's take a look at this house. It's nice. It's older, 1947, but it looks like it's been updated quite nicely. It is beautiful. But if it's over 15, 20 days, what does it tell you? It's overpriced for its location, condition, and market conditions. Location, location, location. Guys, this is a beautiful home. Less than $3 million. And mind you, the average house in Santa Clara County is now to $2 million. The average median price in California is $900,000, which is crazy. So this is more expensive, but this is a better area. This is a nice house, very well done. And for $3 million, this is a great buy. I know what you're saying, Vito. It's crazy pricing, but you know what? That's the price of housing here in California. Let's take a look at this beauty right here. And the reason why I did this one is because it was so close to where we sailed this weekend. Saturday, I went out and we sailed out of Sausalito, out of one of these things here. I think this is it. Yeah, that's about it right here. Living Marina. Yeah, and we took a 30-foot sail monohull, and we sailed down here under the Bay, Golden Gate, and then to Angel Island. Had a nice little lunch at Angel Island, and then went to Harbor Point and had a couple. No, actually, we went right here. Yeah, right here, Sam's. We docked right here, and this is Sam's restaurant, and this bad boy right here, right on the water, is a measly $25 million. But it's beautiful. It's 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 5,300 square feet, built in 1968. But look at this house. It's amazing. Guys, if you have that kind of cash, that kind of cabbage lying around, give me a call. Let's go get you into this house because you deserve it. This thing's beautiful. Look at that. It's that silhouette of the beautiful San Francisco. That's the best part about San Francisco is seeing it from afar. Gorgeous house. Gorgeous everything about it. Look at that. I mean, this is what I would, if I had that kind of money, if I had those shekels in my pocket, I would definitely be buying that sucker right here. And guys, you can go to my website on my blog, abitano.com, and take a look at this one. There's a link right to it. It's a beautiful house. This episode is brought to you by the Home Buyers Checklist. If you're looking at homes, download this checklist. It's free to you. I won't bug you, call you, what have you, but it allows you to look at 5 or 6 different houses at the same time. If you're going open house shopping or house shopping, it allows you to compare kitchen to kitchen, that kind of thing. It's great. Okay, Treasury rolls out residential real estate transparency rules to combat money laundering. Guys, this is all baloney. This is such horse pucky. I'm trying not to get flagged. This has been around since the 80s. All right. Criminal elements, including corporations, come in and buy houses with cash. It's just a known fact. Cartels, I don't care if you're Russian, Mexican, China, India, all the cartels are bringing in their cash and buying residential real estate with it. Why? Because it's an easy way to launder the money. And every year they come up with some kind of, oh, me too, and we're going to talk about this. They've been talking about it since the 80s. And the Lou Dodd an act, which makes us have to be a little bit more aware of where money comes from. Not me, but the lenders and escrow and title. They need to know where that money comes from. It only goes so far, so you can do a lot of different things to it. However, this article talks about, oh, we're going to look at people that can buy all cash purchases. Here's the thing. There's no way for them to track that. There's no freaking way in the world for them to track that. And even if they did, they would lose a cent in a heartbeat. The federal government just doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to tracking illegal laundering. It's been happening for a long time. And when the going gets good, people are buying tons of houses with cash. And that's the way things are. You have $1 million, you have 10 million, you have $20 million in your pocket, in your bank account. You're going to go out and buy a piece of property. Why? Because year over year, real estate makes the most money out of pretty much anything, unless you get really lucky in the stock market, or you hit it home on the lottery, or if you start up a company. Chances are with real estate, it's a safer bet. You're not going to make as much as if you make it really well in the stock market, but at the same time, that's where it is. So if you have $30 million in the bank, you're going to go out and buy a $15 million house, because in 10 years, it's going to be worth more. How much more? I don't know. Maybe 10 or 15%, maybe 8% more year on year. That builds up. So these politicians are all yelling and screaming only to get into the news. That's it. The only reason why they're doing it. Because it's been around for a long time. Whatever it is that they're working on might not work. But at the same time, they're just blowing out their top spout, trying to get some press coverage, saying that they're doing good for the common person, right? So don't think that this is something that's new. It's not. This has been around for decades. Decades. All right. Last thing we're going to look at is the stats. I know this is really fun and exciting. The top spot still is Santa Clara, the number of sales around the 12 counties, including San Benito and Monterey and Santa Cruz. I know they don't really hit the Bay Area, but people tend to move there, and I keep an eye on that, right? Year-to-date sales volume, again, $7 billion versus San Mateo, which is half of that. They did, that number's wrong. That number's super wrong. So we'll get you next week on that. Average sales price is 2.5. That's San Mateo. Second to Santa Clara. And then look at that. San Francisco seems to be a place people want to live, even with all the bad news. Imagine that. And look, this price over sales price, San Francisco seems to be the hottest commodity right now in all of the Bay Area. San Mateo and Santa Clara aren't doing bad, but look, almost 10% over list price on average. And then you have year-to-date listings. You have almost 5,000 listings. Now, this is June 3rd. Last week, we were about 500 below that, and it just keeps going. It's just going to keep on going. We had 16 days on average as an average. Everything else is amazingly high, right? Remember what I say? If it's over 6 months, it's a buyer's market. But even the longest listed one is about two months, right? And that's Napa. So it seems to be the par is going down a little bit. So it means the market's picking up a tad bit, because last week it was 70 or 69. And then even in San Mateo, it's 22. Now it's 21. And number in contract, 36. So out of the 3,100, well, how many new listings? out of the 5,000 listings that we have a good portion of them already in contract and sold, etc. So this last week alone, now that remember, this is 2 weeks, so it's almost 400. So it's really like almost 200. All right. So there you go. We talked about Willow, Glen and luxury homes of the week, and Treasury rolls out real estate transparency again for the umpteenth time, just to get some press. And then things are doing really well in the market. Things are starting to pick up a bit, and that's the way it is. All right, I have a couple of listings coming up here pretty quick, and if you want to know more about them, please let me know. If you're thinking about selling a house, please let me know. Happy to help out.